What's up, guys? I'm BTC. Every time there's a new hero, there's of course tons of speculation, but it seems like there might actually be a pretty significant amount of evidence pointing to what will be the next hero. Anytime there's talk of a new hero, there is always a ton of speculation. And this one is no different. I've actually had a bunch of people send me links about this new speculation about hero number 27. Now, for the most part, a lot of these turn out to be fake or just kind of wishful thinking. But this particular one I decided to cover because it actually has quite a bit of research in it. Now, some of you guys might remember there was a voice actor leak for Sombra, and that's a very similar situation to what we have right here, so that lends a little bit more credibility to it. We'll come back to that in a minute, though. And I also got a reply from one of Blizzard's employees, Bill Warnecki, so I figured it was worth covering and telling you guys about. Now, real fast, before we go on to that, though, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, because anytime something awesome in Overwatch happens, I'll be sure to tell you guys everything you need to know, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any of it. So as it turns out, this is a character that I thought was also a potential candidate for a hero. So I noticed this guy inside the Doomfist comic. You can see him right here. He has like the cybernetics attached to his head, and I thought that was kind of interesting. And then later on in one of Moira's videos, you also saw him here sitting at the table with the other leaders of Talon. And I said, who is this guy? And I pointed him out, and I'm like, why is nobody talking about this guy? Why is nobody considering him as a potential candidate? Now, at the time of making that video, I had no idea who that guy was. I thought he was a brand new mystery Talon member, but apparently he actually was around for quite a while. He showed up in the Symmetra comic way back when, and his name is Sanjay Corporal. So let's get into all of the good stuff, all of the research that was compiled. So first of all, this was all put together by someone, and I'm probably going to butcher this name. Is it Talonic or Talonic? I think it's Talonic. We're going to go with that. So it was put together by this person in a really nice little list. So all of this is based around a potential voice actor. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the Sombra voice actress was leaked ahead of time. It wasn't the English language one, it was the French language one, and her name is Emmanuelle Rivière. She is the Sombra French language voice actress. But there was also that supposed Greek character that there was a voice actor leak for, and that just vanished, and we never heard anything of it. So basically it's 50-50 on the whole voice actor leak thing. So this new voice actor that we're going to be talking about is named Karthik. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. And here's the evidence that we have so far. Point number one, he very recently started following Andrea Toyes, who is Overwatch's senior casting and voice director. Point number two, he's friends with, and I'm probably going to butcher this name as well, Anjali Bhimani. That is going to be Symmetra's voice actor, and he has regular exchanges with her. And they've worked together on different projects in the past. Point number three is that he's fluent in several languages, most notably English and Hindi. So if he is going to be playing Sanjay Corporal, then he needs to be able to speak both English and Hindi, because a lot of the characters in Overwatch that are not native English speakers, their voice actors need to be able to say stuff in English and in whatever their native language happens to be, whether it's Japanese, Chinese, Korean, German, whatever it is, their voice actor needs to be able to say those things. And it's one thing to just kind of like give some words to somebody and have them kind of like, you know, do their best. And there's another thing to have someone who is actually a native speaker, because it just sounds a lot more real, a lot more authentic. So the fact that he speaks Hindi fluently is definitely a really big plus for this. Point number four is that he lives in California, and that's where Blizzard is located. I don't think that's actually relevant in any way. If they need a voice actor to just fly in, then they're going to do it. It's really not that big of a deal. And the last one, point number five, is something that was posted on his own personal website. Now, this may or may not be relevant, but it says, just wrapped up motion capture and voiceover on a top secret video game. Watch this space. Now, the person who put together all this research doesn't believe that this is related to Overwatch, and I don't either, because I don't think any of the voice actors do any motion capture whatsoever for any of the characters. So there would be no reason for him to do it when none of the other voice actors do. But just as Talon points out, the fact that he is doing voiceover work for other video games might indicate that he is possibly going to do stuff for Overwatch as well. Now let's take a step back and look at this. First of all, if Sanjay was added to the game, what kind of a character would he be? Well, Symmetra is already a support, so are they likely going to make him a support as well? Probably not. So I'm thinking maybe offense or defense. Now, they could try to do something like crazy different and make him a tank, but if you look at all of the tanks, the characters in the tank category at least, if you look at them, they're all really big. And Sanjay is kind of a skinny guy, right? So maybe they could add like lots of armor or something onto him, but if he's just running around like that, I don't see him being a tank. Now, Jeff Kaplan in a recent interview said that the next character, number 27, is going to be, quote, meta-defining. Now, when I hear that, I'm thinking, what can actually change the meta drastically from what it is right now? Probably a tank or a support would be my guess. But we just got Moira, so I would have to lean towards tank. Now, it's possible that it could be a new defense character that is meta-defining, but nothing that we have in the game right now from the defense category is even remotely meta-defining, right? Like, they basically are almost not even used at all, with the exception of Junkrat. I mean, Widowmaker's actually getting a little bit more play now, too, but for the rest of them, they're just niche picks at best, or just completely ignored, right? So, if they were to add a character into the defense category that was meta-defining, it would have to be something absolutely, like, drastically different than anything that we have in the game right now. Like, completely, wildly, drastically different. So I don't really know. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know down in the comments. Also, don't forget to check out my Discord server. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. The links are down below. Thanks for watching. Remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault. Also, special thanks to all my Patreon supporters for helping to make this all possible. If you'd like to see what kind of cool rewards you can get for supporting the channel, check the links on screen and down below.